The Indian marriage system is often described as sacred, traditional, and deeply rooted in culture. It is celebrated with grand ceremonies, rituals, music, colors, and the blessings of elders. It is portrayed as a union not only between two individuals, but between two families. From childhood, girls are taught to dream about their wedding day, to imagine themselves as brides dressed in red, surrounded by relatives and rituals. Marriage is presented as the ultimate destination of a woman's life. Yet behind the beauty of decorations and rituals, there lies a complex reality. For many women, marriage does not become a new beginning of happiness. Instead, it becomes the end of personal freedom, dreams, and opportunities. The system, shaped by centuries of patriarchal thinking, often controls a woman's life in ways that slowly silence her voice and take away her rights. From a young age, many girls in India grow up hearing that they belong to another home. They are reminded that one day they will leave their parents' house and adjust to a new family. This idea alone plants a seed of insecurity. Instead of being raised as independent individuals with their own identities, many girls are prepared to become ideal wives and daughters-in-law. They are taught to cook, clean, speak politely, and sacrifice their desires. While boys are often encouraged to explore careers and ambitions, girls are subtly guided toward the idea that their primary role is to manage a household. Education may be supported, but often with an unspoken condition: it should not interfere with marriage. The pressure of early or arranged marriage still affects many women, especially in rural and conservative settings. Even in urban areas, where education levels are higher, the timeline of a woman's life is often decided by society. If she studies too long or focuses too much on her career, she is questioned. Relatives begin to worry about her age and marriage prospects. This constant social pressure forces many women to compromise their dreams. A girl who wishes to become a scientist, a writer, or an entrepreneur may be told that her first priority is to find a suitable husband. In many cases, her field of study or job location is chosen based on what will make her more marriageable, not what will fulfill her personally. Once married, a woman's life can change overnight. She leaves her parents' home, often moving into her husband's family house. She must adapt to new rules, new expectations, and new relationships. The adjustment is rarely equal. The husband usually continues his life with little change, but the wife is expected to transform completely. She must wake up early, take responsibility for household work, care for elders, and sometimes contribute financially as well. Despite working inside and outside the home, her efforts are frequently undervalued because domestic labor is seen as her duty rather than her contribution. One of the most painful aspects of this system is the expectation of silence and sacrifice. A woman is often told that a good wife tolerates difficulties without complaint. If she faces emotional neglect, disrespect, or unfair treatment, she is advised to adjust for the sake of family honor. Divorce is still stigmatized in many parts of India. A woman who chooses to leave an unhappy or harmful marriage may be judged more harshly than a man. This fear of social rejection traps many women in relationships that destroy their mental peace and self-worth. Education and career are frequently the first casualties after marriage. Many women are forced to quit their jobs because their in-laws prefer a homemaker. Others may be allowed to work, but are expected to manage all household responsibilities alone. The double burden of professional work and domestic duties leaves them exhausted. Their promotions, transfers, or higher studies are often sacrificed for the convenience of the husband's career. If a conflict arises between her ambition and family expectations, she is expected to step back. Slowly, her dreams fade, not because she lacks ability, but because the system does not support her independence. Financial dependence is another tool of control. Even educated women may not have full control over their earnings. In some households, their salary is handed over to the family, and they receive limited freedom in spending. Without financial independence, making personal decisions becomes difficult. The lack of economic power reduces confidence and increases vulnerability. A woman who does not control her own resources may find it harder to assert her rights or leave an unhealthy environment. Motherhood, though a beautiful and meaningful experience, can also become a source of pressure when imposed without choice. Soon after marriage, many women face questions about having children. Their personal readiness, health, or career plans are often ignored. Once children are born, the majority of childcare responsibilities fall on the mother. Society praises her sacrifice, but rarely questions why the burden is not equally shared. As years pass, her identity becomes limited to being someone's wife and someone's mother. Her individuality, talents, and passions are overshadowed by roles assigned to her. The concept of family honor is deeply connected to a woman's behavior. She is expected to dress, speak, and act in ways that protect the family's reputation. Her friendships, social media presence, and even movements outside the home may be monitored. If conflicts arise between families, she often becomes the mediator, carrying emotional stress silently. In extreme situations, issues like dowry demands and domestic violence have also emerged from the misuse of traditional practices, causing immense suffering. Though laws exist to protect women, social stigma and fear often prevent them from seeking justice. However, it is important to recognize that not all marriages are oppressive. Many couples build relationships based on respect, equality, and partnership. Change is happening, especially in cities where education and awareness are increasing. Women are asserting their rights, pursuing careers, and choosing partners who support their ambitions. Yet the deep-rooted mindset that prioritizes male authority and female sacrifice continues to influence countless households. The emotional impact of such a system is profound. When a woman constantly suppresses her desires, she may begin to lose her sense of self. Her confidence weakens, and her dreams feel distant. She might smile in family photographs, but carry silent pain within. Over time, this internal conflict can lead to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of emptiness. The tragedy is that society often fails to see this hidden suffering because it is masked by rituals and traditions. True progress requires rethinking the meaning of marriage. Marriage should not be a transaction or a transfer of control from one family to another. It should be a partnership where both individuals grow together. A woman's education should not be seen as a temporary phase before marriage, but as a lifelong empowerment. Her career should not be considered secondary. Her dreams should not be negotiable. Families play a crucial role in bringing change. Parents must raise daughters not as future brides, but as independent individuals. Sons must be taught household responsibilities and respect for equality from childhood. When both partners share domestic work, financial decisions, and emotional responsibilities, marriage becomes balanced. Society must stop questioning a woman's age or marital status and start valuing her achievements and happiness. Legal reforms, education, and awareness campaigns have already begun challenging harmful practices. Women's voices are becoming stronger through social media, literature, and activism. Each story shared breaks the silence surrounding suffering. Each woman who chooses her own path becomes an example for others. Change may be slow, but it is possible. The Indian marriage system, in its traditional form, has often controlled and restricted women's lives by limiting their choices and prioritizing social expectations over personal happiness. It has, in many cases, taken away education, careers, freedom, and dreams. Yet the same institution has the potential to become a source of strength if built on equality and mutual respect. The transformation depends on collective effort, families, communities, and individuals questioning outdated norms and embracing fairness. A woman's life should not revolve solely around marriage. She is not born only to sacrifice. She is born with talents, ambitions, and the right to happiness. When marriage supports her growth instead of limiting it, it becomes meaningful. But when it controls and silences her, it becomes a system that destroys more than it creates. The true measure of any tradition is not how long it has existed, but how just and humane it is. A society that values its women must ensure that marriage becomes a choice filled with opportunity, respect, and shared dreams, not a cage that confines them.